Please give me. So Bhagavan starts with explaining in detail that Tyaga means renunciation and sannyas also means renunciation, but renunciation of what? That makes the difference. So renunciation of anxiety for the fruit, insistence, resistance for the result or fruit of action is Tyaga. And sannyasa is renunciation of kamya karma, like dislikes. Main point, do not take sannyas till you have practiced Tyaga for a time where one remains peaceful and then one is eligible for taking sannyas. Then we saw detailed analysis of action. These are all very, very important pointers to again and again remind distinction between actor and action. What are the different types of action? Kamya karma, niyata karma, nishiddha karma, etc. Then we saw 3 different types of reactions to all actions. Then 2 results of actions each person gets. Action is not only at the physical level. Actually, the deeper results we get at the emotional mind level when the desire comes. Because I want to do a lot of things, but I'm unable to do a lot of things because of certain age, certain situations. So these desires remain. It will have its own result. There is no way a person will not have a result of any action. So action is not only physical action, but also a thought is an action. Desire is an action. So we have to be careful. What am I desiring? What am I thinking? Whom I am blaming, complaining, criticizing? Because suppose I blame, criticize, complain. I do that when somebody has done wrong according to me. So Shastra says that if you do that, then their half karma phala will come to you because you are complaining, blaming. They have done wrong according to you, but you are constantly talking and thinking about it. So their half karma you take. So karma analysis in detail, then what is the impulse to action? What are the constituents of actions? And then the topic what we are into is the 7 topics Bhagavan took in detail of Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. First, he took Tyaga. Sattvic Tyaga is knowing and doing one's duty joyously without insistence, resistance, without like, dislike, without doership. That is the most important point in 18th chapter in this particular analysis. Then we saw knowledge, action, karta, buddhi, dhruti, and we have to distinguish between jnanam and buddhi. Jnanam means knowledge, buddhi means intelligence to apply it. And dhriti is a topic what is currently what we are reflecting upon is the persistent nature. In spite of having obstacles, I persist, having a clear, noble goal. So first of all, I must ask on Sunday morning, what is my clear, noble goal? For that, what I have given up and what am I doing? No, my goal is moksha. I do not want further rebirths. But that is only jnanam. But how am I applying? And what actions I am taking for it? And what is a persistence, dhruti for it? Because dhruti is required for all accomplishments. So in the last session, we saw Sattvic Dhruti, which says that I must have a noble cause and I must constantly put actions towards it. In spite of obstacles, in spite of disturbances, in spite of all agitations, I must keep having that perseverance. So today we will see Rajasic and Tamasic Dhruti and we'll take up the last topic, which is the most interesting topic, my favorite topic, that is Sukham. Bhagavan has done analysis of Sukham, happiness. So what is Rajasic Dhruti? Definitely when we understand Sattvic Dhruti, as we mentioned, persistence is required in anything to accomplish. So here, very important point. Bhagavan says, Dharma, Kama, Artha. If you follow the Vedic ways and if you follow the right means, that is Rajasic. So for many people, do good, be good, go to school, go to college, you know, earn money, get married, have children, grandchildren, have a house, car. And if I have done all these things in a noble way, Bhagavan says, yes, that is right, but for that persistence is required, but that will come into Rajasic Dhruti because it is attachment to my own specific goal. Yaya tu dharma kama artha, even dharma also. Falakankshi, because here I am doing puja, I am doing all rituals for getting some punya or getting happiness for my family or my success as a person goes before the exam, go to temple and then one nariyal and I will give you peda. So for that falakankshi is what I must be passing in the exam or I must coming first or I want this much of percentage. So there are many people who go to temple, but what is the purpose? That might be different. So here the Rajasic Dhruti, it is not considered as bad, but lastly Bhagavan will say that Rajasic Dhruti means the person's goal is not moksha. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, among these four Purusharthas, Rajasic Dhruti is required for Dharma, Artha, Kama. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Dhritya Dharayet. So many people say, no, but what wrong I have done? Why am I agitated? I am following all the rituals. I am doing puja. What wrong I have done? I just went to school, went to college, got married, two children, did job. I have a house. I have a maid servant. What wrong? And but why I'm not having peace? Because maybe it is still the goal has not shifted from dharma, artha, kama to moksha. Why I'm doing all the duties to go to heaven? No, no, I don't want to heaven. To gain punya? No, no, I don't want punya. Then for my family, for my children, for my grandchildren. So I must ask what is the desire there? And then from that desire, I can figure out whether it is Rajasic Dhruti, Sattvic Dhruti or Tamasic. If I do not do this analysis and if I just listen and do the Shravan, then it will not help me because Bhagavan wants that these are all dashboards where I can check immediately. Dharma means one doing one's duty for going to heaven, gaining punya. Kama means for pleasure with belief that happiness is outside in the world, in relationship, in object, in situation. Artha for power, fame, achievements in life. All these things are required. So very interestingly, many people think that our Shastra, when we come to spirituality, it will say that, okay, renounce, renounce, renounce. Bhagavan says, no, this is also there. But there is a time to renounce and there are time to do this. So there are four ashrams and four purusharthas given to us. Rajasic one is not desirous of moksha. That is the bottom line. Now we will see what is a tamasic dhruti. Bhagavan is maybe reveled in explaining tamasic dhruti. Maybe enjoyed a lot because sometimes we can see Bhagavan is enjoying a lot by explaining certain verses. So what is tamasic dhruti? Yaya swapnam bhayam shokam vishadam. Madam evacha. So if these are five things, if I am having or displaying, then basically I am having tamas and then I am having tamasic dhruti. I am not letting go. I am persistence on these five. Very, very important to note. If I am constantly doing these five, persistent on these five, then I am having tamasic dhruti. What are the five things? One who does not abandon these five things is a stupid person. Bhagavan is not even mincing words. I am not saying stupid. Bhagavan is saying, Na vimuchati durmedha dhruti. Durmedha means he is a stupid person. He is not able to think. So what are these? Very interestingly, we should see what either any of these things I am doing. First of all, swapna. What is swapna? No, I don't get dreams at night. No, it is not about dreams at night. I constantly imagine projections of the mind, false hopes, durasha, and mainly interested in sleep, rest, and comfort zone. Then it is my constant efforts are towards what? That how can I get sleep, rest, comfort zone? Yeah, rest, sleep, comfort zone is important, but there should not be persistent efforts towards it. This is what we are discussing is dhruti. And what is false hope? We have discussed it many times. What is the difference between asha and durasha? Guruji explains it very, very nicely. Because many parents come to Guruji and say, no, we are married, you are sannyasi, we have children. So should we not have asha towards our? Then Guruji once explained what is the difference between asha and durasha. Durasha means false hope. Asha means hope. My children must be happy, successful, and their overall well-being must be there is asha. Correct, it is right. But my children must do as I want. My children must behave as I have behaved with my parents. My children should do what I have done earlier. This is durasha. A simple example with parent. This I can apply in all fields. So this is swapna. Constantly imagining. Many people who are senior people, they say, no, to current generation, we didn't behave like this with our parents. We didn't talk like this. Then we didn't do like this. But then they are like this. Why constantly I'm comparing my life with my parents and my situation with their life with their parents and their situation in 21st century with laptops and iPhones is different. So this is swapna, false fancied projections of the mind. And interested in what? Sleep, rest, comfort zone. Second, bhaya. There are second type of people. Constantly, if we meet them, they will talk. No, what will happen? Now it is Kali Yuga. Now there is, this Ukraine war. Now there is Pakistan war. Now there is another war. Now there is so much problem. And then Kali Yuga is so bad. No, what? This is constant fear. If that fear is not there, no, what will happen to me? I am alone, this, that, then what, suppose I go there, then Guruji explains so many things in this. Fear of exam, fear of, suppose you ask them to talk on the stage, no, I will not talk on the stage. No, you ask for some money to people, no, I will not ask money because there is fear. There is, even if they are going for travel, which for pleasure, for Matheran, Switzerland, Niagara Falls, from Taj Mahal side. There also I will have worry. What will happen in airport? 100 times I go to airport and then I check back. Suppose something is left out in the home. Some tap is open, some light is open. Have I informed the bai, the maid, this, that? So constantly, suppose we go with this person to travel, then the person will create some worry only, fear only. Not enjoying the trip because what is the purpose? So Guruji asked one question, please ask, what is the purpose? You're going for a picnic, no? You're going for a yatra. You're going for enjoying. Then there is fear in working, fear in commitment, fear in, no, I don't want to commit, but then what? So constantly there is a fear which drives my action. I have to become aware of it. There is nothing wrong, nothing right, because Bhagavan says this is what it is. What is fear? Perceived imaginary loss. So now we have to pay attention. This is about the future. In fear, there is always some loss element is there. Please think about it. What is the third one? Shokam. This is a third kind. There are some people who are constantly not fearful about the future, but Something what has happened 25 years back, 30 years back, 10 years back, 5 years, some grief, some depression, some disappointment, drowned in sadness, Gurudev says. And whatever the topic is, they will take some topic from the past, no, that is, very nice. I'm happy. But you know what? I still remember this and this happened. Somebody passed away. I lost something. I lost my job and my life was like that. Now life is constantly under grief, breakup, pain, this. So it is about the past. This person is mostly in the past. This is Dhruti. And what is Dhruti? They are very persistent about it. Whatever topic we talk, they will bring some topic about their past life and then it will create sadness. Because first, basically, I'm interested in creating that shoka. Whatever is the topic. Even the best mithai is coming. No, but this mithai, I had eaten 20 years back and this person liked and that person liked and this happened and then shoka starts. So I am very persistent. Now the topic is persistence. That is very important. Fourth one, these are another type of people. Dullness, tiredness. Constantly, anytime we meet them, they are dull, tired, permanent constipated face. Suppose a person is having constipation for 3 days, not gone to toilet, how the face will be? The Guruji says, Guruji beautifully explained. Actually, one should listen to Guruji on this. He'll explain so many people he meets. Just imagine he's meeting so many people all the time. Guruji, what will happen to India? What will happen now? If that is not the topic, this happened, now this body pain, now when will I die? I'm not dying also. Then there are constantly there is some kind of vishad, dullness, tiredness. And these people don't smile. So Guruji has described two types of people. One who laugh to forget some sorrow, and there is second type, they have forgotten to laugh. There are some people don't laugh only loudly, and we have to see how Gurudev laughs, from the bottom of his entire body shakes when we laugh. Actually, every day one must do laughing exercise, laughter exercise. Very good. Morning, both hands up and loudly, ha 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 ha. Ha. No, but why to laugh? Why not to laugh? Why to cry? No, it is very, not very easy. So go in the bathroom and laugh. So there are some people who have forgotten to laugh. Last thing what Gurudev told before taking Mahasamadhi, at least smile. If you are a Chinmaya mission person, if you think that if you have studied some Bhagavad Gita Upanishad, at least have a smiling face. No, my goal is moksha, but why you are so serious? Moksha means what? Paramananda Prapti. How can it happen when with Shoka, Bhaya, Vishada, and the fifth type are arrogant? I am great, I am intelligent. My story is unique. No, that is true. But how I have come up in life and how I studied, how I got married, how I got, my story is unique. Everybody thinks that my story is unique. This is the one of the greatest Ashcharya one must add. What is another Ashcharya? What Yudhishthir told to Yaksha that Ashcharya is people are dying every day, we are watching, but still I think that I am not going to die. When I know that I am going to disappear one day, why become serious? In one moment, everything vanishes. Not even one moment, 1 second, microsecond. So, all these conversations, stories, who will remember after 100 years? Nobody. In Buddha's time, you only remember Buddha. Nobody else will remember. So, this is tamasic dhruti, all above are channels through which energy is dissipated. So, we saw sattvic dhruti, where there is a noble cause. Noble means faith, and I am ready to overcome all obstacles. Persistence is required where there are obstacles. Rajasic dhruti, persistence for my own goals, family, job, business, power, fame, achievements. And tamasic is My most of the energy goes in false imagination, thinking only, overthinking. Some people have overthinking problem because I cannot stop thinking, constantly thinking about something. Best thing is that do japa, laugh. So these are the 5 areas where tamasic dhruti persistently operates. And now we come to very, very interesting topic. This is a summary of buddhi and dhruti. So what is sattvic buddhi? Clear understanding. What is rajasic buddhi? Confused understanding. Tamasic buddhi, opposite understanding. My understanding itself is opposite. Tamasic buddhi, tamasic dhruti, when it comes together, these people have criminal mindsets, Guruji says. Sattvic dhruti, persistence of spiritual pursuits. Rajasic dhriti, persistent for dharma, artha, kama. And tamasic, postponement, inertia, sleep, comfort, criminal mindset, and waste of energy into these 5 things. So now we are going to take the 7th topic for analysis. Very, very interesting. Though it is a summary what we are doing, I personally want to do it slightly in detail. Because finally, the most important topic in our life is Sukham. Suppose God comes to us right now and says, do you want knowledge or happiness? Happiness. Because I am seeking knowledge for happiness. Because that knowledge will destroy ignorance. So knowledge is the means, goal is the happiness. Why am I going to school, college, got married, 2 children, job, fame, power? Because all these things are done for happiness. Earlier we have studied knowledge, then action to be taken, then constituents of action, impulse to action. But what is the result for what I am seeking? Gurudev, we will see one Gurudev's video and then we will take up this analysis because it is a very important analysis because this is our purpose, goal of life.
Why do we act or work in the world? Why do really they respond to the world outside? The plants respond, the animals act, man functions or works. Why? What is the motive behind all activity? Whether those activities are consistent, whether they are moral or immoral, whether they bring sorrow to others or not, cruel or kind. Why do living organisms function or act? Every one of them is acting, seeking for a greater joy, a larger fulfillment, a more total and complete satisfaction. Is it not? Satisfaction brings you happiness. Contentment brings you happiness. So there are various other words used as well. In fact, it is all for a greater happiness. The plant standing there, if the sun is on the other side, new branches start coming in that way. You build a building here and therefore shade. Therefore the tree starts growing that way. Why? It is searching for more sunlight, for its greater happiness. It doesn't know. It's only responding. But even those responses are unconsciously guided by this main motive in life, search for happiness. The drunkard drinks for happiness. The teetotaler says, no, I won't touch it. Happiness. Vegetarian for happiness, non-vegetarian for happiness. The womanizer for happiness. The man who lives with one wife and children loving each other for happiness. You build a house for happiness. Think. Purchase a second car for the happiness of the husband. Because he was suffering. Your car was not available, always the wife takes it away. So he said, one more, you go and damn yourself, so that I can go to my office and write type. He said, everything. Why have you come? Seeking happiness. Why did I come to talk to you? I could have remained where I was sitting. And I have got the beautiful excuse also, doctors advised. World specialists advised. Why did I come? I find a happiness in doing this, therefore I am doing it. None of you, 10 horses will not drag you to a place where there is no happiness. The moment you understand it is miserable, and every married man feels it. And that freedom is given in this country only. Therefore they leave their wives every fortnight. And then why do they marry again? Happiness. Why do they divorce? For happiness. Think. Everything. I kill you. Why? So long as you are living, it is a disturbance to me. To find some happiness, I kill you. I murder one for happiness. I contribute one kidney for my friend for my happiness. Everything you do, every individual for his own happiness. Naturally, the end result of all actions, good, bad or indifferent, sattvic, rajasic or tamasic, is happiness. Naturally, the teacher will have to analyze it. If he has to analyze the whole thesis, it will be complete only when they analyze. Sukham also, Sukham, happiness also, are of three kinds, sattvic, rajasic and tamasic. Sukham tvidanim trividham shrunu. Please listen. The three kinds of sukha. Sukha, happiness. May Bharatarshava, listen to me, hey Bharatarshava, best among the Bharata family. Abhyasa dharamate yatra. This is a sukha with abhyas, through practice. Because actually when you allow you to live, you live like any animal. You have forgotten that you are not standing on four legs. You started doing all that the animals in four legs do by standing on two legs. Abhyasa, it is to be trained through education, through cultural self-restraint. It is to be totally evolved, brought out. Though physically you have evolved to be a human being, mentally we are still animals. We have to evolve by our own consistent abhyasa yatra dukkhandam nigacchari. I shall explain to you that highest bliss or beatitude, where through abhyas yatra you reach there, ramate, reveling in that reality. Dukkhandam, that state is the end of all sorrows. That state is also, that happiness is also three kinds. We are expounding the three joys.
So very important pointers to note. I do everything for my happiness. Point number one, we are going to analyze this because many people have been, no, but I do this for my family. I do this for my husband. I do this for my children. So we are going to take up, because this is one of the thought many people have. So we will take one topic from Maitri Brahmana Upanishad, where it is been discussed that you love me because it gives you happiness, because you love yourself. So this is the topic, subtle topic to be understood. Second, in transactional world, happiness is a product of habit. Abhyasat, Bhagavan is going to say in this verse here. And the third thing to remember, at the spiritual level, happiness is equal to knowledge that I am Satchitananda Swarup. So we will see different aspects of happiness, laws of happiness, and see how we can get the best out of this sattva, rajas, tamas of sukham. So first of all, we'll have some introduction and then we'll go to the verse what Gurudev mentioned. So till now we have done impulses, constituent instruments of actions, three kinds of jnanam, karma, karta, buddhi, dhruti. But ultimately, what is the purpose of all these six things? Two reasons, very importantly. Everything I do is for happiness and avoiding suffering and sorrow. There are two motives for every action, every thought which comes consciously, unconsciously. Very important point. Goal of life, gaining happiness, meaning. There has to be some meaning in life and sense of fulfillment. Why am I doing? Why God created? What is the purpose of living? This is the kind of meaning people ask. And at the end of the journey, there must be a sense of fulfillment. There must not be any lack, no incompleteness. Om Purnamada Purnamidam. So let us go step by step. Transactional life, because these three levels of happiness are transactional. What is happiness at transactional level? Guruji gives very detailed analysis. Good feeling in the present moment. How am I feeling? I'm feeling very good right now. So it is happiness. A general state of mind is considered as happiness. Positive contentment considered as happiness. Physical well-being and sensations, happiness. Something is paining, something is troubling, it is not happiness. Achieving or gaining something at intellectual level is called as happiness. Fulfillment of a desire, happiness. Fulfillment of a need, want, happiness. Subjective well-being, satisfaction with different areas of including work. My work is very good. Family life is very good. Relationships are nice. Health is good. Then I'm happy. Prosperity is there. Experiencing more positive emotions than negative ones. Then I'm happy. These are the various things what we hear. For some, eating, playing, cooking, serving is happiness. Where is it located? Now, next question. Outside or inside? But whatever we saw earlier, our assumption is it is outside. If my relationship is good, I am happy. If I get a job, I am happy. If I get promotion, if I am happy. If I get married, children, grandchildren, house, car, I am happy. So, where is the location of happiness? So, very important point to note down, those who are writing. We want objects, people, situation for the sake of happiness. This is the golden mantra of happiness I must remember. Why I want this person in life, why I want a family, why I want this situation. For happiness, not for them. Desire not for that desire sake, but for happiness sake. This is a subtle point. If I am not understood, I have to rethink about it. I do not want an object for the object's sake. We are going to take one logic here. I want that object, I want that person, I want that situation for happiness. So that object, person and situation is the means for happiness. Desire to be happy, Swami Advayananji says, is a natural desire. It is not a cultivated desire. So now again we will see there are two types of desire. Cultivated desires, natural desire. What are cultivated desires? Tobacco, smoking, drinking, a particular taste of food, particular taste of vegetarian food, non-veg food. I like this person, I don't like this person. All desires except one desire, all cultivated. One person whom I like, the other person may hate that person. I like a particular situation, another person don't like that situation. I like to go to Matheran and enjoy. Some people say I get bored in Matheran. Some people enjoy smoking, drinking. Some people cannot stand that smoke. So desire to be happy is uncultivated and a natural desire. Why it is like that? There is a reason, spiritual reason for it, because it is my nature. But all other desires, whatever we have, I like yellow over blue, cultivated desire. I like tea over coffee, cultivated. I don't like very, very chili, spicy thing, cultivated desire. I like very spicy and chili things, cultivated desire. Sukham, kha means space. So sukham means good space. Dukkham means bad space. Kha means space. And what is this space? Not outside. Outside also there. But what is my inner space? And that inner space, Bhagavan is going to say that that inner space I have to decorate. And for that decoration, I need practice, abhyasa. One of the most beautiful points I liked in this particular verse was Bhagavan is saying, happiness is a habit. Happiness can be created by practice in this transactional world. It's a practice. So I must not, create vishada, sorrow, pain, suffering, because it is also habit. Anger, habit. Scriptural answer, when I am at ease with myself, in my beingness, in my swarupa, there is happiness. When is that? When I am deep sleep, I'm in my swarup. No tension, no worry. We'll take one topic today, very interestingly, Laddu logic, and then we will close. We have to pay attention. This comes from Maitri Brahmana Upanishad, which is in Brihan Aranyaka Upanishad topic, where there is a topic which comes where a dialogue between husband and wife, where the husband wants to go for a Vidvat sannyas. Now, wife asks him that, what will you get? You're leaving me, there's another two wives and you're going. So he says, I've divided the property between two. You will enjoy. You will not have any problem. But then Maitri asks him that, if you're leaving this, both of us and this property and all this, that means you're going to get something higher. What is that? From there, the dialogue is picked up. But this is a very important logic what I have to understand in happiness. So please pay attention. Laddu logic of happiness and love. Siddhant, my true intrinsic nature is pure happiness. How it is proven? What is a proof? How can you prove it? By Laddu logic. You can replace Laddu with Gulab Jam, Rasgulla, person, situation. Drishtanta, Laddu logic. So we'll start the logic. Yeah? I love Laddu. And somebody asks, why do you love Laddu? Because eating Laddu gives me happiness. Now I have to pay attention. I want to give happiness, myself this happiness, so I eat Laddu. To whom do I give happiness or want to give happiness? Answer, to someone I love. So I'll repeat. I love Laddu. Why do I love Laddu? Because eating Laddu gives me happiness. I want to give this happiness of eating Laddu to myself, so I eat Laddu. To whom do I give happiness or want to give happiness in life? To someone I love. Because I love myself, I want to give happiness to myself, so I eat Laddu. I cannot love something that gives me sorrow. Very important point. If I do not like Laddu, then the same Laddu will give me dislike, aversion. So I will not eat Laddu because it does not give me happiness. But because I love myself, now I have to note, I want to give only happiness to myself and not sorrow to myself. I love myself because it gives me happiness. Why? Because my true nature is happiness, Satchitananda. So all the actions I do, even if I say I love, now I have to replace Laddu with wife and husband. There the wife says, but I love you. Husband says, you love me because you love yourself. And why do you love yourself? Because your nature is happiness and you want to give maximum happiness to yourself. Object, situation, people are the means to give happiness to myself. So it is a very beautiful relationship between love and happiness. Again, I'll repeat. I love laddu. You replace laddu with a person. Why do you love laddu? Because eating laddu gives me happiness. Being with this person is giving me happiness. Why I want to give this happiness to myself? Because I love myself. Whom do I give happiness to? Whom I love. Because I cannot imagine that I cannot love something which gives me sorrow. That's the reason when two people are in love, they are married. And when there is a problem, they want to divorce because that person has become a source of sorrow than love, happiness. Because earlier that person was a source of happiness for me. So replace laddu with a person situation. So what is the basic concept here? Before we see the sattva, rajas, tamas, is that I am the source of happiness. My nature is happiness, so I love myself the most. Because I love myself the most, I want to give maximum happiness to myself. So I go to school, college, get married, and do all other things to give maximum happiness to myself. But at the end of all these things, I realize that no, this is not giving me complete happiness. Then I come to scriptures and find out why it is not happening, why I'm not so happy. Then the scripture says that no, the happiness is not located in all those things. Happiness is located in you only. Then what to do? Explore, decode, find out the happiness in yourself. How? By knowledge. Why by knowledge? Because ignorance is coming in between and destroying my happiness. So we'll take one objection and then close today's session. I love myself, so I want to give happiness to myself. But my nature is happiness only. Then why do I have to look for happiness in a laddu? Two reasons. Senses are extroverted by nature and therefore I look for happiness in the sense objects. And second reason, I'm ignorant about my own nature. Proof, the fact that I have infinite love for myself makes me search for happiness in world again and again. So many births I have taken, but still my belief doesn't go that there is no happiness in the world. Love for spouse, child, wealth expands. And in that sense, minus expands. So I am ready to undergo any pain and sorrow for it. Atman nastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. In that Maitri Brahmana Upanishad, the Rishi says, self-love is the basis for all love, for love of all. So today we will close with this Mahavakya, that self-love is the basis of all actions what we do. Even though I say that I want to give happiness to myself, that gives happiness to me only. And we are going to explore with this introduction and some Siddhantas that what is the Sattva, Rajas, Tamas of happiness. Before I close, there is one announcement from tomorrow. I am going to start one beautiful Upanishad, Mundaka Upanishad. The timing will be 9 p.m. to 9:45 p.m. only. In that 9 to 9:30 will be the revision, highlights of the Upanishad, and 9:30 to 9:45 p.m. night before going to sleep will be question answers. Why am I doing this Mundaka Upanishad from tomorrow? Because we are learning Mundaka Upanishad from Swami Advayananji in ashram today. Since last Sunday it started, so revision has to be done, and it is the best way what Gurudev told. Once you do an yajna, then you revise it. So today the flyer will come 9 to 9:45 p.m. every Monday. Mundaka Upanishad. We will see what Mundaka means. Mundaka means head, and Munda means shaven head. Oh no, but I have lot of hair, but still you can attend Mundaka Upanishad. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम थैंक यू वेरी मच
So Gauri ji, it will be the same link as this link today. Someone is asking how will I get the link? It is the same link as this link.
I am sending the